I Knew You Were Trouble by Taylor Swift is actually pretty easy. 3 basic chunks, a verse, a really quick intro that's really simple, a chorus, which is the main part of the song, and it's a really small bridge. So you can definitely get it. It's sort of like maybe hard side of easy or easy side of intermediate. So let's jump right in. First thing you need to know is just this really quick intro. It's so simple. It's just a G flat chord. So I like to play it really spread out in full. G flat, D flat, G flat in your left hand. Got some doggy hairs on the keyboard. B flat, D flat, and another G flat with your right pinky if you can get that all in there. Alright, so sort of hang on that for just like a measure or so. And you go right into the verse, alright? So the verse, fortunately for us, starts on that G flat. So you just play another G flat. I'll sort of play through the first loop and I'll just hum it because I don't know the words. Sort of like that. And I'm mangling it, but I'm sure you guys will recognize it. So you start with a G flat anyway for that verse part. So just like you're playing from the intro, G flat, D flat, G flat, B flat, D flat, G flat. I don't want to spend too much time on that one. And then you're going to shift to a D flat. So D flat, A flat, D flat in your left hand if you can reach all that. Otherwise, just the A flat and the D flat should work. And in your right hand, F, A flat, D flat. Alright, so that's your second chord. Then you're going to slide over to this E flat minor. So E flat, B flat, E flat in your left hand, G flat, B flat, E flat in your right hand. Alright, and then you're going to finish this 4-chord verse loop on a B. B, G flat, and B in your left hand if you can reach all that. It says, well, yeah, we'll go with that. Otherwise, try to take out any notes that are doubled. That's probably a good rule of thumb if your hand is too small to reach the whole octave there, okay? And in your right hand, you're going to be playing an E flat, a G flat, and a B. Alright? So the 4 chords for the verse are just G flat, D flat, E flat minor, and B. Alright, cool. So that's your verse. You already got the verse down. Now the chorus is this part that's like, I knew you were trouble when you walked in. Shame on me and on from there, right? And it actually, I'm going to call the verse part the part that extends into I'm going to mangle it, but I'll try. Trouble. I'm really mangling it, but you know that part that sort of extends out of the chorus. Anyway, so it's basically 5 chords that you're playing here, 4 or 5 depending on how you look at it, for this little loop, and you're just going to loop it like, I don't know, approximately 6 times or so. So the chorus, E flat minor, E flat, B flat, E flat in your left hand, G flat, B flat, and E flat in your right hand, if you can reach all that stuff. I knew you were trouble when you walked in. So trouble is a B, we'll call it G flat, F sharp, G flat. B in your left hand, E flat, G flat, and a B in your right hand. Trouble when you walked in. That goes to a D flat, A flat, D flat in your left hand, F, A flat, D flat in your right hand. And something like shame on me now. I don't really know. And what I'm doing there is playing an F sharp. Oh, actually, let's call it a G flat. So G flat, D flat, G flat in your left hand, B flat, D flat, G flat in your right hand. And what's kind of going on there for the little tail part of this progression, I'm basically just doing a walk down where I keep the chord the same in my right hand, but my left hand just drops from this G flat to an F. It's a little bit discordant. If you want it to sound a little bit less discordant, what's the word, cacophonous, you can go to a D flat chord. So it's sort of your choice on the end there. I'll write it as the D flat chord, but know that I just played by sort of walking down here and getting a little lead into the next part, all right? So you've got G flat, and then you go to this D flat chord, so that's D flat, A flat, D flat in your left hand, F, A flat, D flat. And that's basically the whole thing, and that leads you right back into the chorus loop that you just repeat. So one more time, I'll show you the chorus. It's in E flat minor. I knew you were. B, trouble when you walked in. D flat. G flat, and then your choice. Walk down, and then repeat. I knew you were. Whatever the lyrics are. And here's the D version. Alright, so you can play it a couple ways. You can either jump to that D or you can do the walk down. Alright, so that's the chorus. We've played that, I think it's 6 times, but you probably should listen and make sure. Play along with the recording. I recommend that in general anyway. And you're going to get to this, you're going to go back to the verses or whatever, and you're going to get to this bridge part eventually that sounds like this. So basically, this is the part where she's like, you never loved me and you never loved her. I don't really even remember. But it's really pretty simple. It's just a B. So you've got a B, G flat, and B in your left hand. E flat, G flat, B in your right hand. 2, 3, 4. So you're holding it for a count of 4. A little bit longer than the other chords. And then you go to an E flat minor, E flat, B flat, E flat in your left hand, G flat, B flat, E flat in your right hand. Jump back to the B that I just showed you. I won't show you that again because I just showed you. And then you're going to sort of conclude this bridge on a D flat. So it's D flat, A flat, D flat in your left hand, F, A flat, D flat in your right hand. And you're going to hold on to that D a little bit longer as she sort of builds up the tension and then goes back into a chorus. I knew you were trouble when you walked in. Right? So, man, that's basically the whole song. Well, that is the whole song. You just got to listen and make sure that you can piece all of the parts together. That's sort of your homework assignment as usual. So, that's the whole tutorial. I really hope it helped you. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.